Hi guys, Bruno here with the Football Channel. I just wanted to make this video to talk a little bit about the upcoming matches this next weekend. First of all, thanks for supporting the channel. Those of you who have subscribed, this is a new channel, so I'm very excited about it. I first thought about this channel back, I think October last year or something like that, and then I did some podcasts for the channel with a friend of mine, a couple of friends of mine, and then we kind of just fizzled out. The project never really went anywhere. But now recently, I've really been having I've been really wanting to revive the channel and really make it into something that can provide value for all you guys that love football just like me, and give you lots of football news, talk about upcoming matches, and that's what I want to do in this video. I want to talk about some upcoming matches. Uh, we had lots of good matches this past week, all throughout the weekend and the midweek. A lot of great matches. Um, even just yesterday, I mean, we had fantastic football matches, and the day before that. But now this weekend, I mean, it's really exciting as well, and I can see there are several great games of football to watch. And today we get a little bit of an appetizer. Fiorentina Sampdoria. It's a pretty good opener for the weekend in the Serie A in Italy, and then PSG Angers in France. Um, we get to, for those of you who are really interested in PSG and Neymar and Mbappe, you get to see a little bit. You're going to get to see them in action. They're playing right now, actually. But really, the big games start on Saturday, start tomorrow, and there are lots of really good games across all five major European leagues. I have some games that I'm particularly interested in. Atletico Villarreal. That's a pretty good opener for the action in La Liga. Atletico they were fantastic in the first game. They scored 6 goals. Suarez scored a brace in his debut. Um, but then the second game they couldn't get a single goal. It was 0-0. It was a very boring game, so very disappointing. Now let's see if against Villarreal, that's a very good opponent, and it's going to be interesting to see if we're going to see the Atletico of the first game or the Atletico of the second game. So I hope it's the second option, but we'll have to see. But in any case, that should be a fantastic game between two fantastic teams. Um, and then in Germany, we have a couple pretty good games. Dortmund Freiburg. Dortmund lost 3-2 against Bayern Munich in the Super Cup, but they have so much talent and they're so young. I'm really excited about this Dortmund team this year, especially if they get to keep Jadon Sancho, who's arguably their biggest star. So Dortmund Freiburg, another chance to see Dortmund's fantastic youngsters in action. And then we have Leipzig Schalke. None of the two teams are especially incredible, but they're both really solid teams. Especially Leipzig, of course, they're the favorites. I expect them to beat Schalke convincingly. And Schalke, it's more the name, the club, than the actual football team. They've been pretty bad this season, and that's not totally unusual for them. But I do think that they should be a team either trying to get into Europe or at least trying to get into the Champions League, or at least trying to get into the Europa League. I mean, considering the dimension of the club, but I think that's an interesting game. And then Champions League, the Premier League, especially Leeds Manchester City. Leeds has been, and I went to university in Leeds, so I'm very excited to see Leeds go back to the top flight to play in the Premier League and have all these fantastic matches. And they've been doing very well under Bielsa. Bielsa's really he's changed the complexion of Leeds altogether. He's created a fantastic team that won the championship, and now They're in the Premier League and they're looking the part. They've been playing really exciting football, and I don't think they're gonna lose for sure against Manchester City. I think probably we're gonna see a City victory, but City has been very unstable. Uh, this Manchester City team has really looked nothing like the Manchester City that we've grown to expect from Guardiola. But they're spending a lot of money again this year. Ruben Diaz just is coming in to strengthen the defense. So there's a lot of people want to see that. A lot of expectations, but I think that can be a really interesting game because Manchester City, say what you will about them, they play exciting football, and sometimes they play perhaps they leave too much space, but that can make football games very exciting. And then you have Chelsea Crystal Palace. Chelsea. I'm very excited about this Chelsea project. They brought in Havertz, they brought in Werner, they brought in Ziyech. So three very exciting players up front, and I I think that if they can learn how to combine and if they can learn how to play together, Chelsea can become a very exciting attacking team. If you add those guys to what they already had, Pulisic and Kovacic and so on, I mean it's very exciting. So um, and then you have, but really the big action comes on Sunday. On Sunday, we're going to have lots of really fantastic games. Levante, Real Madrid. It's fantastic. Well, not fantastic, but it's a good game. Real Madrid are always exciting to watch, and then a fantastic game, Barcelona, Sevilla. That's the really good one in La Liga. I've talked about Sevilla a little bit when I did my Champions League draw analysis. I mean, they don't have superstars, but they do have a very cohesive team and they play very good football. They won the Europa League. They could do very well this season, I think, again. But they're going to go against Barcelona in the Camp Nou. That's a whole different prospect altogether, and I'm expecting to see Barcelona win, but I think that's going to be a very exciting game. Barcelona under Koeman, they've been playing very well so far, and I'm hoping to see. I don't know if we're going to get to see him, but I'm hoping to see Dest make his debut for Barcelona. Then in the French league, we're going to have Lyon Marseille. Um, After PSG, those are the two big teams, if you will, Lyon, Marseille, and I think that could be an interesting uh, that should be an interesting game, especially for those who really like French football. Then in the Italian league, we're going to have some blockbusters: Lazio Inter and Juventus Napoli. These are two key games early in the season, but between four of the really the big teams, Lazio and Inter, Juventus, Napoli. Napoli, they spent a lot of money this season, even with the COVID situation. They're obviously gunning for a much better finish this year than last year. Maybe even try to compete for the Serie A. And against Juventus is always a classic. So I'm very excited about this game. Lazio and Inter is also a very good game. Lazio really disappointed against Atalanta last time around, so they're really going to be looking at making a statement against Inter. It's not an easy game for Inter, but I think they're going to probably gonna get an edge over Lazio just because Lautaro Martinez, Lukaku, Eriksen, Conte has built a good team, and I think they're going to keep growing. Now, the Premier League, Leicester West Ham, very good game. Leicester has been playing very exciting football. They've been very good this season. I'm really looking forward to seeing them against West Ham. I think they're going to win. Maybe even if they play like they played against Manchester City, maybe West Ham is going to have a really bad night. So that should be an interesting contest. Aston Villa, Liverpool. Villa have been absolutely amazing. a little bit like Leeds. They were able to come back to the Premier League, and there are doubts every time that happens. But so far, Aston Villa has been essentially perfect. They've been as good as you could possibly expect. So they're going to be a tough challenge for Liverpool, but I do think that Liverpool comes away with the win. They've also been perfect. So, and I think, I mean, it's Liverpool, right? So under Klopp, they're almost unbeatable. And then you have Manchester United and Tottenham. Uh, Possibly the biggest game. It's either that or Barcelona Sevilla or Juventus Napoli, but that's the biggest game definitely in the Premier League this weekend and before the international break. So that's going to be a fantastic game, I think. Tottenham, they're growing, and Manchester United, they've been very shaky so far. So, but both teams got good results in the midweek game. So I think that's going to be an interesting contest between two teams that are certainly gonna try to at least get into the that top four. Try to get a spot in next year's Champions League. But I would say for Tottenham it's a little bit trickier. But Manchester United, I think, just because of their tradition, the size of the club, especially if they do get Sancho, I think they should be looking at least making a challenge to win the Premier League. So I don't know if that's going to happen. Probably not, but I do think that these are two teams that are going to fight for Champions League spots. So this should be, and it's a classic, of course, Manchester United Tottenham. So very interesting match. So there you go. I mean, these are my matches I'm excited to see this weekend, and I think we have really great football to watch this weekend. Let me know in the comments which matches you're excited to see. If you kind of agree with my analysis, if you can let me know what kind of content you want to see on the channel. But thanks for supporting the football channel.